Indian companies are going global even before saturating the Indian market. They're not waiting. Like I said, they don't wait that, okay, let me grow up to, let me become an adult here and then I will move out of India. No, they are moving very fast because of better business fundamentals, higher margins, and lower taxes abroad. So this definitely makes sense to people that there are better margins outside. So now, because of better business fundamentals, higher margins, and lower taxes, they are looking to go abroad. Like I'm saying, these entities are not really huge. They do not have operational and functional, huge departments of their own, and uh, whole lots of firms, law firms advising them, a fully fledged functional legal department which is going to give them all the advice that they need. That is not the case with these are relatively like smaller entities, but they are not hesitating from moving abroad. Indian companies can have the parent company abroad in Singapore, Dubai, US, or in any other tax efficient jurisdiction, and they have an Indian subsidiary with a workforce here in India and other international markets. Okay, that is what flipping is all about. Okay, so we are going to talk of what flipping is. So naturally, just think of this: like you are operating in India, you are subject to the Indian regime of taxes. Okay, if they have a parent company abroad in these jurisdictions, in the tax efficient jurisdictions where they have the Indian subsidiary here and workforce here. Okay, then like even if they are serving international markets, it works out much better. How? Okay, so again, for employment they can choose to work with the agencies. If you're looking to have someone as a presence abroad, even then you may not be looking to actively hire people abroad. They can choose to work with the agencies, and they can choose to have people who are working on kind of a consultant basis abroad. Okay, remote work would mean that they may need to hire many employees in a country where they are operating, or have they don't have to hire many employees in the country where they are operating, or have to be incorporated. They may be having people who are working even from India or from other countries on a consultant basis. Like when I had one of my friends who was shifting from Ireland to India, she was offered remote work with the exact same company with which she was working in Ireland. And she came to know that there were many consultants in many other countries which were remotely working to support that company. So you can take or access talent pool in many different countries. Because of this, you can have consultants. So, two main reasons why Indian companies are setting up parent companies abroad. We talked of flipping, okay, and we are talking of why would they do that. So, the primary reason definitely is tax, okay, and the intention is always to save on the capital gains taxes to which they would be subject if they were not having a foreign parent company. Okay, that's what happens for Flipkart, is kind of saving billions, okay, and instead of the Indian business, the foreign holding companies sold. Okay, so this is it is like an interesting tax structure that happens. Okay, so when you are having an Indian company and Indian assets being sold to another company, okay, then that business is in India, and when it is sold, you get the profit of that sale. Therefore, you will be subject to a capital gains tax in India. But the way it will happen is that there will be an Indian company, the holding company will be in the foreign jurisdiction. Nothing will happen to the Indian company, but the parent itself will be sold to someone else. So you are simply out of the whole transaction. Okay, this is what is tax structuring that happens around having holding companies out of India. Okay, so if we look ahead, given exorbitant taxes in India, okay, on both the consumption as on income, it makes little sense to house your international business out of India. And think of this like, there will be companies which will put a hub out of India, okay, and from that hub, they will be serving other countries. Okay, so from India, it's just an Indian entity. Another entity will be based in the likes of, let's say, UAE. And in UAE, it will be what is called as an offshore company. So they are not going to sell anything in that country itself, but from that entity, they will sell it to lots of other countries in the world. So your international business, you will house completely out of India, okay, and you will get away from the exorbitant taxes that are applicable. So this is what we are saying, like, because we have that kind of technology which is usable across the globe. Okay, people are providing technology which can be used out of the globe. That's the reason why we are able to actually go ahead and establish presence outside India. Okay, even in a situation where where we are not of that. What changed in a big way in 2021? Like, we had a situation where people were completely working online, and people found that, and people thought it was possible now to have businesses which are completely operating out of a computer. Okay, so for example, if I tell you, this LawSikho is completely remote. Okay, we are operating in a completely remote manner. Okay, all employees are remote working. Okay, what changed in a big way? This, okay, services can be provided to services can now be provided to the foreign companies by agencies or remote employees from India. This is one thing that is happening other low cost jurisdictions in case of digital businesses, which was not possible before. And people came to know this. Okay, people realized this. Otherwise, there will be lots of people who thought or believed psychologically that it is kind of not possible. How can you operate without an office, and how can you do business in such a manner which is completely online, without having to meet the people, without having to get in touch with clients? How can you do all of these? People were thinking it not possible to be done. But the pandemic kind of made people realize that this may be possible. In fact, it forced them to find out the ways to do this. Okay, because they couldn't survive otherwise. If they didn't go online, they wouldn't be able to survive. So they came to know that this can happen. Okay. Now, for tax purposes, the Indian government looks at where the directors are located. One point, and also it looks at where really the decisions are taken. Okay, or it is a point on where you are looking at what is the place of effective management. So where are the management decisions taken? Where is the company, or where are the other entities controlled from? Okay, so even if a company is in Dubai but directors live mostly in India, then the taxman will consider that the management of the company is happening from India. Like I said, they will check where is the place of effective management of that company. Where is that entity controlled from? Okay. So you have to know all of these things. So this is one reason also why Indian companies are looking to expand. Like I said, they have lots of people who are investing in the company from abroad. So they not only have availability of the capital, they also have the availability of the expertise. Okay, for people who are coming, they have that kind of guidance that is available, because these entities have a stake. They will guide, they will ensure that the company in which they have invested these massive sums earns really well. They'll guide them how to expand abroad. Okay, like Fresh to Home, which got a huge funding, And now, like, with the help of that funding, it actually got a funding from UAE, and it set up a presence in Dubai. So like that, they have the money now. Like we only used to think in terms of we need to grow to a scale, earn money, and then only we can go. That's not the case anymore, because you can have a foreign investor give you that money to set up a presence abroad. Okay. Tech companies also have a lower capital requirement. Like I said, completely working remotely. Just think of this. You don't need any office. You don't have any plant and machinery. You don't have any equipment. You don't have any of those expenses. Okay. So, which is why it is possible for them to grow really faster. So, there is very much less sunk cost in these companies. Okay. It is all operations based. Some tech solutions are also globally relevant, like you said, like Zomato or OYO or Make My Trip or Yap, Postman Reco, which I said, like, as I said, they set up this project, and in a little while, they had people from across the board reaching out and trying out that product and giving, like, good reviews, and someone even sending in money, although they had put it up completely for free. So this kind of like situations can happen. The products that they build are globally relevant.